After all that, we'll turn to chat and Danny Baker, after all. He's on at 11:40 on a Saturday night. He's said to be a new breed of chat show host whom Alan Yentob intends to make a regular. His background is radio, his style is fast and witty. He's more of a comic than an interviewer. In fact, as one critic observed, if his guests contribute anything at all, it's a bonus. Richard Jobson's been to chat to him.
It's script time at Danny Baker's office, the start of a long day, programme day.
You're no good at your job, you're fired. Gary Olsen? Who's Gary Olsen?
No, it's Oldman.
Supposing we wanted to go on Kate Adie. Great and solid, but perhaps Kate is going to be around or whatever. So we say, oh, look, we can't put Kate Adie because supposing Robert De Niro flies in Tuesday. But we don't want to stand Kate down. There's all of that. You have to play all of those cards up against each other, and then by Wednesday night you may have to make, and then someone else comes up on Thursday.
Danny Baker!
I wanted to use the traditional chat show thing, but we didn't want that much invested in it, either, you know, the spotlight shone and say, here it is, the chat show. It's just some goofy show that we do, which, if we're any luck, will turn out to be a real good 50 minutes entertainment. The people at Summerfield, this is their serving suggestions, a selection of them. This is how they think you should serve your potatoes, if ever you get them. Can you see that there? Just, that's it. Just take them out of the can. The idea should be like you're just taking another breath. It's not as easy as that. The script is the framework by which, even if nothing else comes into my mind, the show will work with. That said, I like to make out that things occur to me on the night, but I know what I'm going to say, pretty much. My beer's gone! 2 seconds, my beer went. How are you out there, hot? The first one we did was almost entirely ad-libbed, and we didn't know what was coming next. Everything was on standby, so if I called something up, there it was. It looked messy, there's no getting away from that.
It's The Late Show with David Letterman.
The first Baker show was very similar to this. Late Night with Letterman is an institution in the United States with 25 million people tuning in every day.
And now, Italy's favorite motivational speaker, David Letterman.
Danny Baker, after all.
Critics accuse Baker of ripping off Letterman's unique style.
Overcharged in the Soho Sex Club. In fact, he comes back for more. Danny Baker!
The formats of the programmes are very similar, as are the layouts of the sets.
They're doing a little something we call Meet Your Neighbors. And the way we do this...
Some items just look like direct copies, even down to a list of 10 peculiar slogans.
Number 6, Hitler bad, soup good.
Number 8. Everyone says, well, it's just David Letterman's show. But when I came, they said, what do you want to do? I said, I want to do a chat show like they do in America. But the material's ours. And when people say, oh, you're just ripping Letterman off, format up, hands up. But that's what I promised every interview before it started. I said, it's going to be like the Americans do them. So sure, it's like that. But that's what British television needs. Being immediate, rip and read, together, but on to the next one. Not sitting around and congratulate, let's do another one tomorrow night. And that's what they do in America, that's what they do. They have one fight, they have Monday to Friday. It's not a weekend thing. It's not got ceremony, it's not about star names. The show is the vehicle in itself. Right. The guests come on the show, but the show is the thing.
Alan Yentob, does it matter to you if it's a direct lift from an American show?
I think the point is that Danny Baker is a pretty idiosyncratic performer, you know, and one way or another, whatever, most chat shows, in my view, fulfill, you know, much the same routine and criteria. I think that we'll have to wait and see. The first programme was more like
we'll have to wait and see if it's a copy of an American show, though. I mean, in principle, does that matter to you?
I think you've just seen Danny acknowledge that he felt that there was a space on British television for a show which had some similarities to that.
No, I don't think it matters. I wondered if you, in principle...
no, because I don't think it matters, because I think that Danny Baker is a very particular taste, and I think that in that sense he's very particular to Britain and his own enthusiasms and that kind of an audience don't...
Put his own mark on it.
He's his own man.
Do you like it?
No, I don't, because I think the BBC is, and the ITV too, is going down this slippery slope of following a lot of Americanisms, and the American tang stays on it, and it doesn't translate.
What about you? Do you like it?
I've seen one episode of it and I think it's funny. I think it's very funny.
You think he's good,
Yeah,
do you?
he's very promising, you know.
Kate Stoodley on the front wants back Terry Wogan, don't you?
Yes. Bring back Terry. Oh, yourself.
We won't go into that.
BBC One, it's fresh, it's fizzy, it's outrageous.